All right, we're talking about why many entrepreneurs aren't building wealth and how you can be the outlier even if you feel behind. Okay, reason number one is inconsistent cash flow. Reason number two is sexy over stable. And reason number three is over leveraged in your business. So, we're going to dive into all three of these things. Just a little disclaimer, this is not financial advice, this is for informational purposes only. Let me switch the view here so that you can see this bigger. Okay, here's the thing. Inconsistent cash flow as a business owner, not shocking. There are business solutions to this, clearly, like recurring revenue, stronger sales and marketing, and better predictive models. But when you have inconsistent cash flow, you have a tendency to want to hold on to what you have. You don't spend when cash is low, you spend when cash is higher, but your nervous system never knows what to expect. And so you're not really in wealth building mode, you're actually in survival mode, even if overall you're making enough money. And that can be a tough pill to swallow, but it's the honest truth. And I'm saying it with love. You got to get out of survival mode. You have to give your nervous system a better sense of safety and security. There's probably some money wounds to heal, which I can help you with that, but that's not the topic for this video. And then there are strategic solutions. So you can move predictable chunks of money into safe, steady, consistent growth vehicles. Infinite banks, which I refer to as loophole number 3, if you've watched one of my previous videos, they pay guaranteed compound interest. So that's just one example of a vehicle that I like that's very safe and steady and very consistent. And so it helps balance out that feeling of inconsistency that's putting you into survival mode. And it helps you build evidence of wealth in addition to actual wealth. So it's like it hits the energetic piece and the tactical piece. Reason number 2 is sexy over stable. So it has been scientifically proven, I just learned this from another entrepreneur, that entrepreneurs have different DNA and require more dopamine to feel the highs that others feel. And so, thus, entrepreneurs engage in the thrill of taking risks because the risks don't feel as scary to us. And we need those risks to give us the dopamine that we're looking for. So, that's a great thing for starting businesses. But it also means that entrepreneurs have a tendency to overlook the unsexy and stable vehicles of growth. The harsh truth, somebody's got to tell you this, is you are probably already have too much risk in your portfolio. You do not need to look for more risk. And I'm so guilty of this. I used to do this a lot where I already was taking a lot of risk in my business. Even just relying on that income in my business was already risky. And then the way that I was investing in stocks and other things was also risky. It's like, no, no, no. If you've got tons of risk over here, you want to balance it out with not as much risk in other areas. So stop looking for a moonshot and start investing in stable, guaranteed, compounding returns. It's not sexy, but I promise you, your nervous system will thank you for it. Your net worth will thank you for it. And you'll look back over the years and see how much wealth you've built. Most of my wealth has come from very unsexy things that didn't seem like big, exciting returns in year 1 or year 2 or year 3. And it's taken now being out like 8 or 9 years to see, holy crap, this really was the ticket. All right, reason number 3, being over leveraged in your business. You probably have too much cash tied up in your business. And then when more cash is free, you're continuing to find ways to reinvest heavily in your business. That's over leveraging. All of your eggs are in one proverbial basket. I would suggest, if it were me, I would look at flipping the script on that. Find ways to extract money from your business and have it fund these safe, stable, unsexy vehicles that build wealth. And I actually think those vehicles are sexy because once you understand them, it's really cool and it is exciting and it is something that you can get behind. But it's not something like crypto or NFTs where it's like, oh my God, I can make this huge return. I can double my money this year. Those are moonshot type of investments. And those type of investments are best for people that have a lot of stability in their normal income, like 9 to 5 kind of a thing. But if you have instability and you already have some risk in your normal income, you want to move that money from the risk bucket and put some of it in this bucket where it's just like, it's going to grow, it's going to be there, and you still have access to it and can leverage it for different things, but getting out of being so over leveraged in your business. So I'm just going to keep this super short and sweet. Those are 3 reasons why many entrepreneurs aren't building wealth, but you can be the outlier. Even if you feel behind, even if you're like, oh, dang it, everything Emily says is right, and I haven't been doing this, it's okay. You can start now, and trust me, things can look so different in 3 to 5 years. It's not going to look wildly different in 1 month or in 3 months. By 1 year, you'll see a pretty significant dent. But in 3 to 5 years, everything can look totally different. And you will feel so good knowing that you're building wealth that isn't reliant on your business being successful every single month, month after month after month. That's the thing that's keeping you feeling a little more on edge and kind of stuck in this waiting for this big thing to happen instead of doing the consistent, steady micro actions that would get you the result that you want in a different way. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in.